Flowers are one of the most beloved parts of nature. We give them as tokens of affection and admire them in our gardens. But did you know that they have a very specific and important purpose in nature? Flowers are reproductive organs of a plant, unique to a group called angiosperms. There are about 300,000 species of flowering plants. The purpose of flowers is to get pollen to a structure called the stigma. When pollen lands there, this is known as pollination. But flowers can't give each other pollen without a vector. Living vectors, like animals or insects, are very effective pollinators. They will travel to flowers directly, brushing pollen on stigmas as they go. 80% of angiosperms use biotic pollination. These living vectors include a wide range of animals, from insects to birds to even mammals. Beetles and ants can climb up the stems to the flowers, while other pollinators can fly directly to them. But how do you get them to come in the first place? Well, how does a restaurant get customers to come in? Flowers are basically advertisements, loudly announcing themselves to pollinators using shapes, colors, and scents. Bright colors like orange or red attracts birds, while purple, white, and yellow attracts bees. Types of smells can also be pollinator specific. Butterflies and bees prefer sweet floral smells. More rancid smells, like from the skunk cabbage, attract flies. After customers arrive, plants serve them a meal. Nectar is a sugary drink that attracts pollinators with a mix of sugar, water, and amino acids. Hummingbirds depend on nectar-producing flowers due to their high metabolism. It can be about 100 times faster than an elephant's. These honeysuckle flowers are easy to access when hovering and have openings perfect for a narrow hummingbird beak. As they reach for the nectar, their beaks are brushed with pollen, ready to be delivered to the next flower. Some pollinators are just happy with the extra pollen provided by the flower. It is a great source of protein. Honeybees collect pollen with their little knapsacks on their legs and combine it with their spit to make honey. It turns out that a bee can visit up to 5,000 flowers in a single day. This means that up to 2 million flowers can be pollinated by a single honeybee hive. Other bees and insects don't make honey, but instead eat the pollen itself. Either way, as they browse, pollen attaches to their antennae and legs, ready to be deposited to a neighboring flower. The relationship that angiosperms have with their pollinators has led to the diversity of flowers we now see today. However, there are other types of flowers not meant to be pollinated by living vectors. Abiotic or non-living vectors include wind and water, though wind pollination is much more common. Angiosperms that use wind pollination include members of the Poaceae family, like grasses. Some tree species include alders, oaks, willows, and birches. Look at this birch tree. It's in full bloom. Can't you tell? Let's take a closer look. These structures are called catkins, Dutch for kitten. These clusters of flowers dangle off the tree, where wind can access it, increasing pollination success. Up to 2 million grains of pollen can be produced from one male catkin, perfect for widespread dispersal. Pussy willows are known for their male catkin flowers. But willows can have female catkins as well, catching pollen from the air. Wind is a great vector since it's always around, but it's inefficient. Most of the pollen produced by male catkins will never reach a stigma. It can instead go up your nose, where nothing can be pollinated except your allergies. We have annual flower festivals and sell them in stores. But the most important benefit of flowers for humans is the produce we get from them. While some crops are wind-pollinated, like wheat and corn, many fruits and vegetables we enjoy depend on insect vectors for pollination. This includes small fruits like strawberries, tree fruits like apples and oranges, and legumes like sweet ant pea and fava beans. 35% of the world's crop production relies on pollinators and accounts to $600 billion a year in income globally. But with 40% of bee species in decline and 2 out of 5 insect pollinators threatened, farmers will have trouble getting their produce to market. As a result, fruits and vegetables that we enjoy may go up in price, or worse, disappear from the market entirely. So whether they are wind-pollinated or animal-pollinated, flowers are a necessity for angiosperm reproduction. But inadvertently, they make nature all the more beautiful.